Okay, a little bit of an introduction to this video because it's going to be kind of random. The next nearly 20 minutes you're going to see was recorded probably now over 2 weeks ago, when life got a little bit shit and prompted the break that I've taken. So yeah, I think I sort of know what I was talking about in that. This field has been, you'll see me talking about what we do in this field. That job has now been finished. The field next door, the job that I was doing in that, is finished, and I'm going to jump up. Well, I'm going to let you watch the next 20 minutes and then I'll carry on, I guess. So, and I'm trying to remember what the heck that I'm doing because I literally haven't played Farm Sim in like nearly 2 weeks. So yeah, hopefully this is me getting back to making Farm Sim videos. Welcome back to Pallegney, and been doing a few jobs in the back. I thought I'd bring you back in before we finish this one off. So I've got the cutter roller on the front, and I've got the grassland subsoiler on the back of the John Deere 6120, and I've had Courseplay running in the alfalfa field. Not alfalfa, herbgrass field. Because this needed ploughing and I wanted to test out the mulcher. And what we will see is that the needs ploughing state has been dealt with and the field has been mulched, but we're not getting the nice grass texture back. And if I put on flight mode, you might just be able to see, and don't worry, I will demonstrate it better in a moment, that the mulcher or cutter roller is giving the green texture back, and then the grassland subsoiler is taking it away. I have not slept yet to see if growth brings it back. So what I've then done for my next test, and I am testing and learning, is over in the grass field I leased a normal mulcher, and I've just mulched part of it and I've left the other part unmulched, so we'll see what that does. So that's that. I also fertilized both of those fields. The other thing that I then noticed is obviously both of the cornfields that we've chopped need ploughing because it's had corn in them. I also want to mulch them. So those of you that remember the Novag from FS19 might remember that it would remove the needs ploughing state. Currently, they don't do that in Terralife, and that's because they are coded very differently to do the no-till functions. They're a very different beastie. Someone asked about that, and we feel they should, because the idea with the Novag is that you don't have to plough. And so it's something that's going to be looked at, but it's not a quick fix, because we're going to have to use a different method to the way the old Novag worked, because the old Novag basically had a cultivator and a subsoiler that ran in front of the seeder. That won't work with the way the Novags work with Terralife, because they don't cultivate first, because you can undersow crops and things with them. So it's a bit more complex. So it's on the list of jobs to do, but it's not a quick job, so it's not going to be part of the first round of updates. So kind of, if you're playing with Terralife, a suggestion is maybe to turn off the need to do periodic ploughing, so that if you want to do no-till farming, that is, so that you don't have to keep ploughing to kind of simulate that effect. But we have some fields that need ploughing at the moment, so, and I want to mulch them. So I'm just going to put this back. I do want to be using the Novag a bit later, but we're going to need a different tractor. I'm very tempted actually to get rid of my beloved Caterpillar, actually. So the Novag needs 300 horsepower, which is not a huge amount. The implements that I want to use, so the reason I'm thinking of changing tractors, I've got the Kerner X-Cut, which is a 5-meter mulcher, which can go on the front of a tractor. Actually, it can go on the back, and it's got a... So does this, which needs 100 horsepower. And then we have this 5-meter subsoiler, which needs 180. So basically, we need a good 300 horsepower. And I don't think we're going to be able to hook them up both behind this tractor. We could try that. In fact, let's try that. So let's unhook those. Just go into the first cornfield and we'll release them. Because I'm probably going to turn off periodic ploughing for now. Obviously, if you're playing multiplayer and not everyone is using a Novag, that adds complexity to the situation. But obviously, at the moment, we're in kind of a phase of flux. So, yeah. Let's get this guy released as well. I have a feeling that might fall over. So, yeah, what I want to do is see if we can pick up the mulcher. Obviously, we don't have a 3-point on the back of our tractor. No. Okay. So that's not going to work anyway. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is sell this guy. It's only worth 170 grand now. Maybe we don't even bother. Maybe we keep this as our seeding tractor. And that means I'm probably literally just going to put it straight back where I got it from. Which means I've almost wasted your time. I know. I apologise. And let's go tractor shopping, shall we? And I don't have many mods installed, as I've said several times. But I'm wondering, those of you that know me might know, 240, 287, that doesn't feel like enough. No, it doesn't feel like enough. So maybe we go for a 7R. I am not impartial to a 7R. And 7R with all the horsepower. And some nice fat wheels. I'm not impartial to that. I mean, we could just lease it, actually, because... Yeah, let's just lease it. Get the job done. And then it can go on its way, can't it? Now, I've not done myself any favours with where I've left all this kit, so... But it's just a rental, so... It's not a big problem. Now, I've not really worked out my planting plans particularly yet. So, I'm a little bit discombobulated today. But yeah, I've not really worked out my planting plans yet. So, there is that. So, I'm hoping that we can do that. Yeah, look at that. It even swaps the thingies over. It's a technical farming term, by the way, for those of you that aren't, super hot in your technical farming terms. And I think what that means is, and probably, if we were doing this properly, we would leave the headlands until last, wouldn't we? Yeah, we would. And let's unfold. If we're doing it properly, we'd run in the tram lines that we shouldn't have. And that's... I'm going to start about here, I think. Perfect. I'm going to set the working width to 5 meters. And we were running at... Yeah, that's not an unreasonable line. Let's... Could have done with my, my mini keyboard to control the things. That's mulching. That's subsoiling. It actually looks like it's applying the ploughed texture. Hoping we're not getting stones. Looks like we are, but I'm sure I have stones turned off. I guess there might be stones left from before. Fieldstone off. Okay. Let's go. We'll have a quick peek at the map. And interestingly, it's not showing as mulched. You need to be... You don't look like you need to be turned on. Remember, I think it's maybe because I'm running in a tram line, mostly. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that'll... Yeah, that should be okay. Should be okay. We'll see. Guess you can't mulch destroyed crop either, maybe. We'll see how we get on, but I quite like this setup. I've been getting a lot of ads for horse and mulchers because, you know, I play farm sim and the algorithm thinks I'm a farmer. Obviously, the old Facebook ad algorithm thinks I need ads for farming equipment, and which is slightly amusing. I wonder if we can hit the both together and it'll work. That's not a million miles off. Yeah. Yeah, I've been getting lots of ads for that. So, as I said, the Novag should, in the future, remove the need for ploughing. With the way things will work in the 100% version of Terralife, it's less of a problem. But yeah, it's one of those things that kind of slipped through the net, and there's ways around it. You know, you could maybe F12 away the needs ploughing state. It's, as I've said before, you are part of the testing of the long-term development of Terralife. So yeah, you're helping, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. The same as in the update, the Novags, not Novag, will also add the precision farming indirect drill bonus. So yeah, that'll sort that one out as well for those of you that worry about that kind of thing. I've got to admit, a lot of the time I don't. It's one of the features of precision farming about that I don't care about that much, because it makes very little difference in the long run. So yeah, but yeah, we'll get these fields done. This one's, in fact, that's pretty much done, I'm guessing. I decided not to subsoil the grass field. I thought what I'd do is, when we get to the end of the year, maybe use a bigger subsoil and reseed that one, because it's quite time consuming with the little 3 meter grassland subsoiler. that alfalfa field's taken about an hour and a half. Not alfalfa, herbgrass field. It's taken about an hour and a half. So, yep. I wanted to save a little bit of time. So, things that we might attempt to get done in this video, and I'm not sure. Life's thrown another little curveball, and I'm not sure how much there's going to be in this video and when this video is going to even appear. So, yep, we'll see. I'm just doing this as a bit of a distraction. Keep the brain box busy, basically. So, yeah. What we want to do is I've brought the straw bales down from the winter wheat field. We probably want to throw some cover crops in, possibly bearing in mind the crops that we want to plant and when we want to plant them. Now, the crop rotation mod is not a thing with Terralife Plus. The mod creator will need to do an update to it to support the extra crops if they're interested, obviously. But I do like to still rotate crops a bit, so probably what I'm going to want to do is maybe next time put maize in a couple of the other fields, or one of the other fields maybe. I think we might have a bit too much maize silage personally for the size of the herd. So I need to, I'm not sure with the cover crops if we leave them over winter, if they're going to wither. Some fields we might be looking at putting in winter grain crops. Yeah, so if we look at the planting calendar, we can plant some winter barley in September, so we've got a bit of time. So if we had a quick growing cover crop, we could maybe throw that in. I don't know. I really don't. It's all an experiment at this point. But a lot of the idea with, from chatting to Farm Sim Tim when we had him on here, a lot of the idea is you don't want to leave your fields bare. So, I mean, worst case, we could throw some oilseed radish in, because that does grow really quick. But that kind of feels wrong, where we've got all of the DSV Terralife cover crops in. And if you're wondering why they've got the weird names and why some of the names aren't translated into English, it's because some of them don't have English translations. They are, they're kind of almost brand names. So if we look, for example, at something like Landersberg Germain, that's a name of something, which is why it doesn't get translated. I'm wondering actually about maybe throwing in some mustard as a cover crop, because that's going to, looks like that lasts all year. Or maybe warm season, actually. Because then we could plant, yeah, warm season might work. Into one of these fields, and then we could plant winter barley in it. I like that idea. So I'm still learning with all of this stuff. It's all an experiment. So, and in theory, certainly the subsoiling shouldn't really be necessary. I mean, the idea with Terralife and the no-till farming is that we aren't going to be subsoiling. You want minimal soil disturbance. But from a gameplay point of view, I want to remove this needs ploughing state. So here we are. And I'm not normally one for mulching, to be honest. Yes, I am going to go straight through the telegraph pole. The benefit in terms of yield is really small, but I figure we're trying to do a no-till style of farming. We probably want to chop the stalks for the dry matter to go into the soil when we seed into it. Get that nutrients back in the soil, that kind of thing. But that's my thinking. I could be entirely wrong. But we'll see. I had a really good suggestion from one of the patrons on Discord in terms of when to kind of slow down these videos. They might slow down over the next few days, might have already slowed down. Which was, wow, that's not a headland, that's a, I should be back here, shouldn't I? Jeez. No, let's not lower you down yet. I got some work to do to sort that out. Basically, once we've done a lot of the things, and I like that idea. One of the things that I want to try, wrong menu, is the mixed silage. So in the price menu, which someone pointed out to me, we have silage mix 1 and 2. So I'm not sure if they're used in the feeding, but silage mix 1 uses the crop that I just mentioned, which is Landesberg Germain, which we plant in August and harvest in April, which is interesting. And I think, and I'm trying to remember, Paul and I did talk about it at one point. It's a silage crop exclusively, I think, but I can't remember if it's a fodder silage crop or not. But yeah, I think it would be interesting to try and make some of that. So we might get some of that planted actually, because if we plant it, I keep using the wrong menu. We plant it in August, harvest it in April. We could then go straight into corn silage. I like that idea. Yeah. That would work. I need to look at what else goes with it in the silage mix. But yeah. Now I know I think you can just silage that and feed it. And it might be interesting to grow because it's a crop that I've never seen. So. And make use of the fields over winter. Which I kind of like. I have done quite a lot of using grass as a cover crop, because then sometimes in spring you can get cut grass off it before you plough it in to plant like corn or whatever. So yeah, I like that idea. So I'm going to spend some time getting these fields prepped. I think. And I guess I'll come back when they're done. I might have skipped some time, I might not. I'm kind of keen, because we've been stuck on week 3 of July for a while, I'm kind of keen to push into at least week 4, so that we're making a bit of progress, and I'll have a look at what we can be planting then, I think. So yeah, I just recorded that little intro that you would have heard at the start. You guys have, I hope, just watched whatever the last 20 odd minutes I think was that I recorded before, well, actually just after Life took a bit of a, well, Life served up a bit of a giant shit sandwich, to be honest. And that sent me into a bit of a mental health spin. And I went to some pretty dark places, to be honest, and I was not in any frame of mind to be making farm sim videos. That was for darn sure. And I've had a bunch of time off of work. Literally, I think I said in the intro, this is bar doing a little bit of loading farm sim up to answer a couple of quick questions. I've not actually really played farm sim in about 2 weeks. Not really felt like doing much. I think I've made a Timberborn video, maybe 2 Timberborn videos, I'm not sure really. I think made 1 Timberborn video, edited an old Timberborn video into a long Timberborn video. But I'm feeling way better now. I've literally had almost 2 weeks off of work. Yeah, so, and I'm hoping to now get back into the rhythm. It's probably going to take me a little while, if I'm honest. There was a bit of a false start with the 1 Timberborn video. That was a case of me going back to work a little bit prematurely as well. And I had some stuff last weekend that I was doing, and I didn't then have time to make content. So, but don't expect it to be daily videos probably for the next week. I'm gonna just make some videos as I can, and getting back to work is quite tiring at the moment, so we'll see how we go. I'm away with work at the moment, so yep. Since I recorded that first rambling clip, I finished mulching and ploughing that field. I have mulched and ploughed most of this field, and I don't think the field next door, should get the map so we can actually see what we're doing. Let's just stop the tractor for a moment. So this might be kind of a random video. I just needed to break the kind of break the lock. So yeah. So what I might do actually is, because I do quite like the idea of planting that Landersberg Germain. I think that was what I was rambling about. I kind of looked back at what I was talking about in the previous clip. So I'll probably get this field finished up. Yes, I'm not doing it properly. Give me a break. I'll probably finish getting this field done. I might then chuck a cover crop in the field next door, and that might be it. So, and then we'll progress from there, I think. So I'm going to get this field finished. I might grab the Novag, and we'll look at what we can chuck in the field next door. I need to remember how to do this whole making YouTube videos thing. But I have finished the headland on the field next door. Went and grabbed the Novag and the Caterpillar 2-track and loaded up some warm season or summer mix cover crop. I've not bothered with any fertilizer because I don't see the point, because it's a cover crop, and we are just direct drilling that into the was it winter wheat? I think it was winter wheat we had in here. So yeah. Now, probably because I kind of stepped away from Discord a bit as well during that 2-week break, and pretty much everything to do with Discord. So I've not been keeping track of bug fixing that the team have been doing and work they've been doing on the update and all that kind of thing. So you might have seen me in the Maze Plus Discord a little bit, because I would occasionally pop in, and if there was an easy question that I knew the answer to, I would answer it just to try and help out a little bit, because I felt kind of bad just walking away from stuff. And equally, you might have seen me in my own Discord a little bit if you're in there. So yeah, if you're not in there, it is still currently, or access to it is still currently paused, and that's because my life's been kind of crazy and nuts, and I don't want more people in there at the moment. It will reopen at some point soon, but you know, if you need help with Terralife, then go to the Maze Plus Discord, and if you just want to hang out with me, then it'll reopen soon. So just be patient, please. And if you can't be patient, then screw you, I guess. Pretty much. No, let's slow that down just a little bit. Yeah, so I suspect a lot has passed in the break that I've had. In terms of when is the update coming out, I don't know. The team don't know, so they are working on fixing stuff still. Once stuff has been fixed, it needs to go to, well, it needs to go through our internal testing. It needs to then go to Giants to be tested. There's probably the whole backwards and forwards of that, and then it'll be released when it's ready. The other question that has cropped up at least once that I've seen is, will it need a new save? And honestly, I don't know. I think some of the maps have had to be updated to get all of the updates to the maps. Yes, you'll need a new save. With some of the Terralife updates, no, you won't. But you know, at the moment, just play, enjoy, have fun, and there is the chance that when the update comes out, you might need a new save. You might not. You know, it's not the end of the world, is it? You can always use F12 to bring stuff back in. Yeah, I don't know if I did it in the first bit of the video. As I said, that was recorded several weeks ago when my mind was in a significantly worse place, and on a very downward spiral. So if you do need support for Terralife Plus, to be honest, if you need support for Terralife Plus and you've watched this far into me rambling, you probably know the answer to this, but there are links below for the Maze Plus Discord. Follow those. There are some standard things that we'd suggest you try. I've kind of lost touch with what those are because I've had a pretty big break. So, you know, go do those, and the guys will help you out as well. Try and get things going. They will expect you to do some things, and if you don't do those things, then you won't get help. It's kind of how it is. And I won't provide support in the comments to YouTube videos because that's pretty much impossible. So if you've well, again, if you're going to do what I'm going to talk about next, you won't be watching this, so you won't see me tell you not to do this, but I'm pretty sure several people have gone, I have a problem with Terralife. Search YouTube for a video about Terralife and then just comment on that video and see if person will answer my question. Pretty sure I've had a few of those, so yep. And no, I won't. I'll just tell you to do what it said in the video, because, you know, for one, you can't share a log file in a YouTube comment, and that's kind of fundamental generally with most problems. Yeah, so hopefully we're getting back to things. I need to get back to getting my head around Terralife. I need to I've had a bit of a break from all of the FS25 stuff that's been being released. We've had a couple of Fact Sheet Fridays. Giants did, I haven't even watched it, but Giants did the video on Buffalo. They've done some stuff on some of the new crops, and I've not watched any of it. So I've yeah, I've been in a little bit of a black hole, and I've been watching stuff that I've spoken about. I've been watching Christopher Rod play XCOM still. Love that. Actually was playing XCOM during my break, having a lot of fun with that. I've been watching a lot of Mythbusters on YouTube again to really, I find that something that I can just put on. I was literally watching it while I was doing some of this in the background and eating my hotel room service. Yeah, that's something that I can just put on and not have to think about. I've got a bunch of, if you want some Terralife content to watch, go watch Kartek. I've got a bunch of his videos to catch up on. No doubt they will be full of mistakes because it's him, you know. Just joking, buddy. Makes good videos, so go watch his stuff as well. I've not done a search lately, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of people making Terralife content, but that could just be that I'm not looking for it that much. But yeah, I guess people are still trying to get their heads around it. There were a few people that I was expecting to see making Terralife videos that I don't think are yet, so it's interesting. Yeah, it's a complicated mod to get your brain around, and I went with the let's just dive in and start playing, and that's how I'm going to learn. So, but not everyone learns the same, I guess, and not everyone wants to do that. So, and that's fine, you know, it's fine. So yeah, I think that might be it for today. I'm going to get this field finished up in the background. I have no idea what the next video is going to be and when it's going to be. I'm going to try and get sort of 3 or 4 videos out through. So this video is probably going to come out on Thursday, assuming I can sit and get it edited this evening and rendered and start uploading overnight. I'll probably see if I can get one done for Saturday, and then maybe going into next week. See if I can aim for every other day next week, and then we'll go from there. So it's been I've said it a couple of times. It was a shitty couple of weeks that we had, and it mentally pretty much destroyed me. And so I'm back at work now. I took a lot of time off work. This week will not quite have been my first full week back at work because I did not work on Monday this week. And so, yep. And we'll just get back into making the YouTube videos again. It was kind of, apart from the fact that I was not making videos for not great reasons, occasionally I've been making YouTube videos not quite daily, but on average at least 7 videos a week for a very long time, and it was to some extent a little bit nice to have a bit of a break. And towards the end of last week, I was just having a little bit more time to mentally recharge and recover before we got back into things. And so, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully I'm now back. As I said, this one's been a bit weird. Hopefully going forward, videos will be back to normal, and I'll try and get this series back to being somewhat informative and useful. Hopefully the streaming will restart. No guarantees, because life and work are still very busy, so we'll see how we get on with that. I do intend to, but seems to be at the moment Thursdays are kind of not great for me, so might have to look at shifting that around a little bit. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, click the like button. I want to say a massive thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate you sticking around while I have had what feels like huge break for me. Very much appreciated. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video, which will hopefully be in a couple of days, and I'll probably push forward to week 4. We'll start to see our warm season or summer mix growing, and I'll try and work out where we go next. So yeah, I'll see you all next time.